Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we are back with our monthly sponsored video from Plex, and I thought I would do an update on the watch list feature that we looked at a few months ago. There's been a lot of changes to it, all for the better, and I thought I would do an update on some of the new things you can do with the watch list. And before we get into this, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that this is a paid sponsorship from Plex. However, they are not reviewing or approving what you're about to see before it was uploaded, and all the opinions you're about to hear are my own. So let's get into it now and see what changes have happened to the watch list. Now, to recap, Plex added a new free feature called Discover a few months ago. And what this lets you do is tell Plex which services you're subscribed to. And when you do a media search, you will see things that you have on your own Plex media server, along with things that are on Plex's free streaming services and anything else that you told Plex you regularly watch, like Netflix or Disney Plus or some of the other free streaming services out there. And what's nice about this is that everything gets rolled up into a single landing page. So for example, in the Discover section here on the Trending tab, if I go over to South Park, I get a landing page of South Park and where I can watch it. So I can watch it on my local server here, on my friend's server, and then also on all of these services as well. And if I were to go over to HBO Max, for example, it would drop me off right into the app where South Park is located. And then, of course, we have all the seasons of South Park here. Now, along with that Discover feature, they added something called the watch list. And when you add a show to the watch list, it becomes like a to-do item for you, so you can keep track of the shows that you want to watch. And I'm very frequently out and about somewhere, and somebody will mention the name of a show that they're watching and they like. And what's nice is I can take my phone out and just add it to the watch list while I'm on the go, and everything just syncs up. And then it's in a place where I can go through at night and watch something that I've been meaning to get to. Now, what happened before was that the watch list was in the Discover section, but now it is its own thing here. So this will live on the sidebar, and I'll show you how to remove it if you don't want it in a little bit. But as you can see now, my watch list has South Park in it, and if I click on it here, I can get back to that page we were just looking at. Now this has, of course, all of the seasons of South Park available here, 25 of them it appears. And what you can do as you're going through a show is mark off the ones that you watch. And this is another change that they made. So before, what would happen is if you marked any of the episodes in a season as watched, it took the entire show off the watch list. Now it's going to stay there and show you which episodes you haven't watched yet. So for example, in season 25, let's say that I watched Pajama Day here, and if I go here to mark as played, this episode will be marked as played as I work through the library. And it's going to look different based on what platform you're on, but you're able to go through and do that. And what's nice here is that if you go up maybe to the recommended section, it will put the next episode up to watch, which as you can see here is season 25, episode 2. So it's not giving me the first one, and I can continue binging through an entire series but not see the things that I already watched. And this might be a really helpful thing to do on your web browser or your phone, where you can very quickly go through and mark off episodes for a long-running show that you've seen, and then have Plex just serve you in sequential order the ones that you haven't watched yet. And that was a nice big change that they made here, because again, before, the entire series would just go off the list. Now, I do think you'll be jumping back and forth a bit between the recommended and the watch list section here. So recommended is helpful because it looks at your past behavior and makes suggestions about what to watch next. This works a lot like some of your Plex libraries do. And then, of course, watch list is just your list. And by default, it's sorted based on what you last added to it. But you do have some filtering and sorting options. So for example, on the simple level here, I could say, you know what, I only want to watch a TV show tonight. What do you got? And then you can just see your TV shows, or if you're in a mood for a movie, you got that ability there, or you can, of course, show everything. There's also a filter here. So what you could do is only look for things that are available on your services, so you know you can get at some of these shows. And of course, this will update as things come on and off services in real time. So when you pop in, everything you see here will be available on one of the services that you told Plex you have. You also have the available to stream option here, which means that if the movie is available to stream, even if you have to pay for it, it's going to show up here on the list. Additionally, you can filter things out by genre. So let's say you come home and you want to watch some sci-fi. You can go down here and just look at a list of science fiction shows that are in the watch list. So you've got some cool filtering options here on the television side. And you can do some sortation because by default, it's going to order your watch list in the order in which things were added. So if I wanted to do it by the date that the content was released, I can sort it that way. Now the Plex mobile app will push out some notifications for you as well. So for example, right now the new Avatar movie just came out, but it's not available to stream anywhere. Now I can add it to my watch list so that when it does show up, it'll pop up on the list of something that I can watch. But in the meantime, I just have the basic landing page here. But on my phone, if you jump into the gear icon in the app and go over to notifications, what you will see under the Discover section here is an option to turn on notifications when a watch listed item is available to watch. So if you wanted a reminder pushed to you, you can have it do that because all of this stuff syncs up through Plex's servers. So if there is a change to something on your watch list, even when you don't have Plex loaded, that server will get the notification and push it out to you. Now, as I mentioned at the outset, this is now its own sidebar item. And if you notice this in your sidebar and you don't want it there, you can go over here to the periods here and just unpin it from your sidebar like you would any other sidebar item. Now, as noted earlier, having Plex know what services you're subscribed to really enhances the feature, especially for filtering and notifications. So if you go into your Plex settings, you will see streaming services under the Experience section here, and you can go through and check on or check off the different services that you currently have access to. And this list obviously gets updated on a regular basis, so if you do subscribe to something new, definitely pop into Plex and let Plex know that you have added that service. Additionally, this will work on the mobile devices, and these settings are synced up across devices via your Plex account. So if you do make a change on your phone, it'll be reflected on your TV so long as you're logged in with the same Plex account. Now, although Plex will know who you're subscribed to, they don't know what you've watched on those services. So for example, if I decided to watch Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3, Episode 26 on Paramount Plus, it's not going to know I watched it because it doesn't have access to that information. So the best way I found to mark it is just to go in on your phone and just say, you know what, I watched that episode, and that will take it off the watch list across all of my other devices. Now, if you have this on your Plex server, it will mark it off automatically when you hit the end of the episode. And likewise, if you use the free Plex TV shows and movies that are available through your Plex account, it will also mark those off. But anything outside of Plex, you're going to have to mark manually. So there you go, some big changes to the watch list since we last looked at it, and I think all of these changes have been for the better. And what I like about this is that you can keep a centralized to-do list of the things that you want to watch. And if you've got it on your Plex server, it's going to be right there, but it'll also go out and find it in other places too. And I just like having everything all nicely packed up and integrated here. So typically what I'm doing now is popping open Plex and looking for what I want to watch and then go from there. So that is the watch list update. And I thank you all for watching. I also want to thank Plex for their long-standing support of the channel. And we'll be back with more Plex content in the near future. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Brian Parker, Chris Allegretta, Hot Sauce and Video Games, Logic KGR, Tom Albrecht, and Amda Brown. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/S.